All right, so welcome to Module 5. We are talking about asking for the 5-star review. Once again, guys, you may say, why am I training on asking for the 5-star review? Well, the problem is a lot of technicians nowadays aren't getting enough reviews. I want you to see this as your opportunity to build a customer base for you. Think about it like this. If the customers are mentioning reviews with your name on it, and I'm calling Sunrise Plumbing and Air today, I'm gonna be looking at all the latest reviews. And if I see your name multiple times, what am I gonna do when I call? I'm gonna ask for you. You're gonna get the better jobs because you're putting in the effort to not only make the customer happy and earn the review, but you're asking for the review. All of this is gonna equal more money and more job security for you today. So let's dive in. Once again, the goal today, guys, I just want one key takeaway. I'm going to keep saying that because I like to keep it simple. We're going to start off with a positive focus. As we do, make sure to have your pen and paper ready to go. You have your service notes with you. All the previous training session notes are with you, and we're going to dive in. We're going to talk about our core values. We're going to recap our previous session. Then we're going to dive into what does it look like to provide 5-star service. It's going to give you an opportunity to write things down and check them off and make sure that you're doing it. I listed about 10 things on this training module. I want you to list some other things that you feel like lead to 5-star service. Then we're going to talk about how do we asking for the 5-star review. What does that look like? We're going to share and conclude the session. All right, let's go. Let's get rocking. Happiness starts with you. It's not with your relationships, it's not with your job, not with your money, and definitely not with your circumstances, but with you. Until you realize that, you're going to be unhappy based on your circumstances. Maybe it's your relationships, maybe it's your job, maybe it's your money, but realize all those things, there's a lot there that you can't control. And that's why we talk a lot about these core values and adopting these core values as their own, because once you center your life around your core values and realize that you have the power of what to accept and what to let go, you have the power to show up and look positively. You have the power to deal with a problem in your life. Maybe it's on the job with the customer. Instead of seeing it as a problem, you see it as an opportunity to learn, to grow, to give options. You have the power in your life. That could literally be our training for today, is realizing that you have the power. So let's get rock and rolling. Positive focus. We start with positive focus because remember, you have the power to be positive or negative. So go ahead and share a positive focus as you sit here today with me. All right. My positive focus for today is that I had a great breakfast this morning. Got up, made some oatmeal, made a bagel. It's a little cold and rainy outside. Just had a really good breakfast. Hey guys, it's the small things sometimes. Positive focus is sometimes in the small things. Let's dive in. All right. Core values. Remember, these core values define our culture. They keep you, if you choose to adopt them, on the road to success. They keep you from going to the left, they keep you from going to the right. They also do the same thing for Sunrise Plumbing and Air. That's why everybody that works here chooses to live by our core values. And today we're talking about believe. And you're like, believe in what? Well, we got to believe in the mission and the impact you make. Once again, we're here to set the new standard in the home service industry. What are you doing every day to make an impact on that? Just think about that. It's the small things, guys. It's the small things. And it starts with your attitude. It starts with how you present yourself. It starts with being on time and taking ownership. It starts with leading where you are, just like we talked about in the last training session. It's the simple things, guys. It starts with achieving your monthly scorecard. All those things play a role in what you do here at Sunrise Plumbing and Air. All right. So last session, we talked about qualifying the customer. Ms. Jones, now that we have reviewed all the issues with the water heater and determined that it needs to be replaced, is there anyone else that needs to be involved in the conversation about our many options we offer here at Sunrise Plumbing and Air? Hopefully you've taken this to the field already. or you're gonna take it to the field and dive in. Miss Jones, I haven't stopped your sewer line and completed the camera inspection. I'd like to sit down and go over the video footage with you and talk about some repair options. But before we do, is there anyone else that needs to be involved in the conversation? Really easy stuff. Miss Jones, as your service professional today, I'm going to diligently review any and all plumbing air issues and then wants that you have going on in your home. Then sit down and review the customized options I have built for you. This process usually takes about 30 minutes to complete. Once again, I'm setting the stage. I'm giving the expectations because I want to respect my customers' time. When we are talking through all the potential options, is there anyone else that needs to be involved in the conversation? Once again, it'll be 30 minutes away. Maybe she's got to call her husband and say, hey, come home, honey. The plumber's gonna, or the HVAC tech's gonna walk through a few things, give us some options, educate us, things like that. So if you've been in the field since our last training module, do you have a story from a tech, from you qualifying the customer in the last couple of weeks? Have you tried this? Have you gone out and put it into practice? If you have, go ahead and share with me. You hear that sound? Well, if you didn't share with me, that was a sound of awkward silence, which is something you also need to learn to do. Awkward silence is good, especially we'll talk about it when you're presenting options to a customer. But remember, it's good sometimes to sit there and not say anything and just listen. All right, moving on. Today we're talking about asking for the review and going through our new standard. I know by the time you got into module 5 here, you've heard this 4 of the time. So you're ready to rock this bad boy. Preparing for your day. Give me one thing you do to prepare for your day that's in the new standard. Arriving at the job. Give me another thing that we do here at Sunrise Plumbing and Air when we arrive at the job. All right, introduction. How do you introduce yourself? Building value. What's one of your go-to building value questions you ask the customer every time you're in front of them? Presenting options. How many options do you give your customer on a job? Like, what's your average options that you give a customer? Completing the work. What do we do to protect the work area before starting the work completion? Cleaning up. What does it say in our new standard that we do for cleaning up jobs? Educating the customer. What type of inspections do we do to allows us to educate the customer, take them along the journey with us? What's the name of our membership that we offer to our customers? And number 9 is completing the experience. And today that's highlighted because we're going to focus in all the way down to number 9 as we build these foundational tools in level 1 of training. All right, so here's what number 9 looks like in the breakdown. Thank them for their business. Ensure that they're happy, that they're satisfied, the customer satisfaction. Show them the repairs, show them how well you cleaned up, ensure they're happy with it because it's all about that reciprocation. Collect the payment in full, and then ask for the online review and make it personal. If you're depending on an automated system to send them the review, then that's not very unique or memorable. But if you're making it personal and you're sending them the link so they can take care of it right there in front of you, that's pretty unique and memorable and also confident in the way you do it. And then last but not least, you're going to check in with the office and give a debrief before you move on to your next job. Let's dive in. Providing 5-star service. The first question I have for you is, what 5-star services do you provide for your customers? Just start jotting a list down. You got your paper there in front of you. Just list. What are some things you do that you feel equals 5-star service for your customer? All right, so I made a list of my own here, which, I mean, if you made a list, you probably have some things that I don't have, or we may have some of the same things. But I want you to write these down too, and put a little circle next to them or a box next to them. And I want you to check off the ones that you're doing. Because if you're not doing these, once again, this is very basic stuff to creating 5-star service for your customers. First thing is clean truck and uniform. And I should have added, and keeping an extra clean uniform in your truck. Jot it down. Are you doing these things? Great communication before, during, and after the job. That's communication with the customer and with the office. Are you doing these things? That's respecting property, walking the sidewalk, asking for permission to park in the driveway, asking for permission before you do certain things that are outside the boundaries of what you've been allowed to do in their home. We're respecting their property. We're laying down drop cloths. We're protecting off the area. We're using dust containment. We're using the right tools for the job. We're doing quality work. Quality repairs is very next. Are we doing quality repairs? The way I can tell for doing quality repairs from where I'm sitting is how many callbacks do you get? Are you getting a lot of callbacks, or have you got a lot of callbacks in the past? If that's the case, you need to be checking in on how you're repairing. The next one is listening and showing empathy. That is huge. We listen, we take notes, we write things down, we ask questions. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. We're here to serve you. It allows you, remember, showing empathy is different than sympathy. Sympathy is feeling sorry for somebody. Empathy is showing that you care and getting on their side of the table, relating with that customer. What are you saying that's allowing you to do that? Because if they're sharing that, their toilet came down from the upstairs and flooded their house, and you're like, all right, so the price would be $500 to open the ceiling and fix that toilet flange. You completely missed an opportunity to be like, oh man, I'm so sorry you're going through this, right? You got on their side of the table. I'm here to create or make a quality repair for you and ensure that moving forward, you're not going to be dealing with the same issue right here on this toilet drain. Man, that sounds a lot different than just slinging out prices and not caring. We provide multiple options. Once we ask the questions, we go back and work out customized options. We give 3 options, starting with the best first, going to the middle, give them the least. You got to be doing multiple options. The reason why it's so important is you give the power to the customer when you give them multiple options. If you're giving them one option, their only power is to say yes or no. When you're giving them 3 options, it's choose which one do you want. There's no yes or no there. Which one do you want to go with? All right, relationships. Know, like, and trust. Once again, you have to take the time as you're going through there to talk about something you have in common. Build a relationship with a person. Build that connection before you start just trying to sell them things. Talk about it. It could be the car out front. It could be the yard. It could be hunting, fishing, camping, family, whatever it is. Talk to them about it. Honesty. Doing what you say you're going to do. One of our core values. Being honest with that person. Hey, if you screwed up, if you scuffed up the floor or cracked the toilet or did something in the yard, broke a sprinkler head, hey, I know the best way to fix that is to go ahead and be honest and take ownership, because 9 times out of 10, that customer's gonna be like, you know what? Thank you for being honest. I will take care of it. Don't worry about it. And if it's that 1 time out of 10 that you got to take care of it, good news is you learn from those mistakes. Confidence. Confidence comes from knowledge. Confidence comes from learning your products and services, from practicing what you preach, from getting out there and hitting the road and doing these things, from failing, from winning. All that is confidence. Knowledge, learning your products, learn your services, learn your friends and family plan. Learn, because when you're standing in front of a customer and they ask you, hey, what's the difference of the warranty of a 1 horsepower versus a 3/4 horsepower? And you say, I don't know. Once again, you're losing confidence in that person. But if you say, hey, a 1 horsepower has a 10-year warranty and a 3/4 horsepower has an 8-year warranty, and the 1 horsepower has an anti-grind 3-stage system and the 3/4 horsepower has a 2-stage system, man, you're really starting to build confidence in that customer because you know your products and services. So we've already made a list. Go through, take a minute or two, and let's check off the things we're doing, take a few notes on what we're going to work on. Because once again, guys, one takeaway is all I want from these training sessions. Give me one takeaway, something that you're going to commit to focusing on moving forward. All right, so we're diving in. Now we've learned how to provide 5-star service, and we've got a whole checklist here that we can dive into. Now we're going to learn why are reviews important. I talked about it at the very beginning, but share with me, based on what I said or something else that you know, why are reviews important? All right, yeah, so reviews are important. Let's start with the company. Reviews are important for the company because it allows that word of mouth. Customers treat reviews like it's their neighbor giving them, hey, use Sunrise Plumbing and Air. Oh yeah, they're great. Use Josh. Oh, Josh was out there. He was awesome. Use, you know, that's the word of mouth in the day and age that we live in. They're important to you because once again, it puts more money in your pocket. It builds a customer base. It builds confidence. There's a know, like, and trust factor that starts to happen between you and that customer before they call and request you to come out. And I'm getting ahead of myself here. And the next one is as far as for the customer themselves, it allows them to be more comfortable, allows them to think, man, this company is going to be 5-star service. Josh is going to be amazing. He's got like 20 reviews up here. He's ready to rock and roll. And remember going back to our building value statement a few trainings ago, if you get reviews and you get 20 a week, hey, the great thing about what I do is I not only provide 5-star, I not only provide quality service for my customers, but I also get about 25-star reviews a week, meaning that I am providing the 5-star service that you would want for your own home as we rock and roll this today. So how many reviews do you receive per week? Just jot it down on the paper. All right, so let's refer back to your list and share one thing that you're going to add or change about your services to get more 5-star reviews. We haven't even talked about how we're going to ask yet. We're just focusing on our own selves internally. You made a list. Share with me one thing that you're going to improve upon today to earn more 5-star reviews. All right, here we go. Here is the meat of the training. How do we ask for the review and make it personal in the process? First thing I want you to do, this is very, very important. I want you to ensure the customer is happy with the work. Show them the work. Make sure they're happy with the entire experience. If they're not, make it right. But that's the first and foremost, the most important. Ask for the review and make it personal. Send them a link to Google. Make it easy, guys. If it help them get there, help them do the review, because as soon as you leave that door, that review chance goes down like 70%. But if you can do it, if you have that relationship, you ask for it, you help them get there, you show them where it's at, you text them a link to your Google My Business page, which is so easy to do, then you really have a chance of getting more 5-star reviews. The next thing is the power of reciprocation. Reciprocation means a returning, usually for something given, a mutual giving and receiving. So once again, that's why it's so important to make sure they're happy. If the customer is happy, you've built the relationship, you've given the options, you've done everything you said you're going to do, and you communicated it through the whole entire process, and you asked for the review, myself as a customer would, if you made it personal, I would feel like I owed you a review. I would feel like you did such a good job, I cannot not give you a review. I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you the secret. Because remember, this is going to build your customer list. This is going to make you more successful no matter where you are in your life. This will help you out. That's why it's one of the foundational tools of the new standard. Example, Ms. Jones, before I wrap up the job, I wanted to take you through all the plumbing work that was completed and answer any questions that you may have. Man, you're opening yourself up. Okay, walk through, check it. I just wanted to ensure that you're happy with the entire experience. Yes. Oh yeah, Dan. I mean, oh yeah, it was amazing. All right. So, Ms. Jones, I have a favor to ask you, and this is going to be out of your comfort zone, what I'm going to say right here, but this really works. We are rewarded at work based on our customer reviews, and it would mean a lot to me and my family if you would take a few minutes to hop on Google and leave a review with my name on it. What's wrong with that? I was completely honest with her. Whether you're getting a spiff or not, your boss still sees that review. They still know that you're out there doing a good job, and it's going to mean a lot to you and your growth and your success in your career. Hey, Ms. Jones, thank you again for the opportunity to serve your plumbing or air needs today. I wanted to make sure that you were happy with everything. If yes, great. If no, then hey, opportunity to fix it, right? All right, so since you're so happy with everything, it would mean a lot to me if you would take a couple minutes out of your busy schedule to put a review on Google with my name on it. Sure. Oh yeah, Dan, I would love to do that. Awesome. Awesome. I will text you the link so you can knock it out while I'm wrapping up the job. Man, how cool would that be, right? You get the 5-star review before you even leave the job. You'll probably think I'm crazy, but if you think I'm crazy, that's good because that means you're not doing this. And if you are doing it, then you're probably getting 10 or more reviews a week, which if you're getting spiffed for that, that could equal a lot of money. And even if you're not, that equals a lot of customers for your future who are seeing your reviews with your name on it. Because once again, we want to provide the 5-star service. We want to serve our customers. We want to be the best plumber or HVAC technician in our industry. We want to prove that being in the trades, being built for the trades, mean that we are professionals. We are professionals. So please take this serious. Let's take a few minutes and get back to your pen and paper, and let's write one of these statements. Write a statement, make it personal for you. I don't care what it says, as long as it ask if they're happy, and then ask for the review and make it personal. So you may have to pause the video here, but I'm going to hang out for a few minutes while you write that down. All right, so welcome back. Remember, a person who feels appreciated will always do more than expected. If your customers feel appreciated by you, they will do more than expected, meaning they will get online and give you a review. So go ahead and share one takeaway that you have from today's training. Just one thing that you're going to change to what you do. All right, awesome. My hope is that makes you more successful and that brings you more clients. All right. Don't expect to see change if you don't make it. I'm going to keep sharing that with you. Like I said earlier, if you think I'm crazy for what I'm sharing with you in these training modules, then good, because that means there's some changes that you need to make. Get out of your comfort zone, try something different. When I started this training, I told you I could make you $1 million a year selling technician. And that's not being a salesperson. Listen to me. That's serving your customers. That's listening to what they want. They tell you what they want. And if you provide options based on that, you literally can't go wrong with what you're doing. So you're now equipped with qualifying the customer, building value, the gratitude statement, and asking for the 5-star review. Remember, we are built for the trades. That means we're proud to be an American. We're proud to be tradesmen and tradeswomen. We provide quality work, serving over selling. We live with integrity. Keep your word and always progress. And last but not least, this is built on a foundation of faith. Guys, you have to have faith, whether it's in God or in yourself. You got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in what you can do. You got to get out of your comfort zone, get out of your own way, and try these new things to be successful. Remember, guys, we're all built for the trades. I'll see you in the next training.